How's it going, everybody? My name is Absoulem, and welcome back. This is part 27 of my full platinum walkthrough for Hollow Knight's Silksong. Shouts out to everybody who got the riddle correctly in the last chapter. It was indeed a map. Great job, everybody. But here's the thing. Don't you dare get too comfortable, because as the chapters increase, so will the difficulty. So by the end of the game, you'll question everything that you ever knew, okay? So anyways, before we get into today's riddle, I want to go over the plan for the video today, which is to complete the marrows, the deep docks. We're going to get into the far fields, and we're going to dabble in the Greymoors. We're going to be spending fat stacks as well. Basically, we're going to be doing a lot, but more importantly, we're spending more rosary beads than a Catholic priest. And yeah, that made sense. Whatever. Shut up. Doesn't matter. Hope you guys are excited to make a lot of progress on our 30-hour speedrun and push further into this world and get either even more leveled up. It's going to be a fun video, but also a little bit challenging at times. But here's the thing. I believe in you guys. Guys, I believe in you, okay? I hope that's enough for you to get past some of these difficult enemies, just knowing that I believe in you. But anyways, let's wrap up today's intro with, of course, our riddle of the day, which is going to be, what belongs to you, but others use it more often? I wonder what that could mean. Okay, so before we load into the game here, just a friendly reminder in case you've not already done it, make a backup save on the cloud or on your hard drive or your PC, whatever it is. Make sure you get that backup save and get that permanent checkpoint for yourself in your game. That way you have life insurance, if you will, for your gameplay. So definitely try to get into the habit of doing that at the start of each chapter, but of course I'll be here to remind you guys and also point out sections in our game that might be smart to make a backup save, like bosses or challenging areas. Now, today's video, you should be fine with just the one backup save here at the beginning. It's mostly just exploring and completing wishes, that sort of thing. There is a section at the end that you might want to make a backup save, so I will point that out when we get there, but today's video is rather simple. So anyways, let's jump into it. As you can see, my gameplay is around the 3-hour mark, so anywhere between 3 and 5 is average. If you're pushing 6 hours, you are a lost little lamb, and it's time to get back with the pack. So do whatever you can to trim some time down, get back with the herd here, because you are on your own. Okay, so anywhere between 3 and 5 is probably normal. Definitely try your best, no matter where you're at, to get closer to my time or beating my time. But I'm at 3 hours starting this video, and I'll make sure to show you my time slots at the start of each chapter of this walkthrough. So anyways, let's get into the game. We are in Bone Bottom. Okay, so I'm here in Bone Bottom. I'm going to quickly go through my loadout. Feel free to pause it if you want to take a closer look. But yeah, here's our stuff. Here's all the tools that I have. I have these crests so far. We have these wishes. I'm going to be starting the Volatile Flint Beetles quest right away. And then here's the maps that we have so far. So again, feel free to pause it if you want to take a deeper dive, but I don't have the time to go through it in depth because, of course, we're on a speed run. Yeah, you might have forgotten that, but the 30-hour window is not terribly tough, but it's definitely not something we want to just like dilly-dally either, especially if you're dying a lot or not using your backup saves as much. You'll definitely not want to waste too much time. But anyways, jump up here and hit the Flint Beetle. Our Wanderer Crest is going to make these guys really simple now. So get the Flint Gem. And also, just as we progress through this area, definitely be trying to kill as many enemies as possible. Also, that's a cling jump. You'll have to do the running and jump cling, whatever you call it, just to make that jump. But anyways, try to kill everything you can, not only for the beads and the shards, which is a big thing we need right now, but also for the Hunter Journal, because we're going to want to get the 100 enemies completed. Come over here. There's some beads. I'm also going to, at this point, I just want to make a PSA. I'm going to start assuming that you have the beads that I have, for the most part, at least close. So if you're dying and you lose your cocoon, I would reload your backup save, because this is a speed run. We don't have the luxury of just like constantly losing beads. So you're going to want to make sure that you are like, you know, careful about losing your beads. Like, try not to, because when we make purchases, you know, it's like you don't have the luxury of just farming over and over if you're losing your beads. So I'm going to assume, I'm going to show you all the secret bead spots for the most part. So you'll have plenty of beads if you're following along, but try to like keep the beads that you have. Because when I make purchases, you know, you'll have to double back if you don't have the beads, and that's just going to waste a lot of time. So do your best. If you lose your cocoon and you die permanently and you lose a whole bunch of beads, reload the save. It's actually better for you to just reload the save file. But anyways, I just want to say that now so that you guys know the plan. And right now I'm at 500 beads and I have a few strings and stuff. So you don't have to be exact like that, but just kind of, you know, be keeping your beads is all I'm trying to say. So definitely kill everything you see, and also we'll get the Hunter Journal soon too. Because we are spending a lot of money in this chapter for sure. But we'll be set up pretty well at the end of this too. So that's the good news. Right here is one of those shard dillard enemies. If I could hit it. Why is it being an absolute nuisance? Oh my god. That was crazy. Alright, so get the second flint beetle there, or flint gem. I don't know why that shard dillard was being such a problem. But yeah, that gives us one extra entry on our journal, so definitely try to get that guy. And then free the flea, of course. And now we're heading back down to the lever trapdoor area, and we're going to head down and to the right. And first, we're going to jump all the way across the right for some rosary strings. So just go all the way to right here, pick up the string. And now drop down into the... Whoops, not all the way down. Not that far, but break the wall here. It's okay if you get hit. There's a bench, like, just in a second. Try not to let the beads go into the spikes. They like to do that. And I'm just going to take the hit, because it's faster. And then go left and talk to Mushka. Mushka. Mushka, blah, blah, blah. Oh, talk to him until the wish updates, by the way. There we go, wish updated, and now I'm going to quickly equip a memory locket, and we're gonna throw on this thing, the magnetite brooch. Feel free to set up your shit however you want. That's what I'm gonna run. So now we're heading back out to the lever trapdoor area, and we're gonna head right now. So right from the trapdoor. There's some more beads here. It's so satisfying when they all blow up like that and you can just run and grab them all. There is another shard dillard in this room if you had missed the first one. It's in the top left corner of that room I just left. Alright, so once you reach the like red flower room or whatever these are called, go to the bottom left and get the craft medal. If you didn't already do it, but if you've been following along, we didn't get it that during our speed run. So, time to get it. It's nice that like we've already done all these areas for the most part. We're just backtracking for the items, basically. It's just nice to be able to like zip through all the areas. So head up and to the left, and now I'm gonna go get some more optional beads. It's not mandatory or anything, but you know, it's like the more beads you get now in the early areas especially, the less you have to farm, the less you have to, you know, like double back for shop items. Because, you know, all these items, they get more and more expensive, and if you have all the beads when you reach a shop for the first time, then at least, you know, you don't have to worry too much about farming. And so, I don't know. It's worth it to go out of your way a little bit. Because it's like, what's faster, this? Or, you know, reloading a bench, killing a few enemies, reloading a bench, and so on. So that's why I'm stressing a lot that, like, you don't lose your beads. Because I'm kind of banking on you guys keeping them. You know, and if you did mess up, at least reload your save. So that's kind of the plan. Alright, so once you get the last flint gem here, we are ready to go. There's also shards in that left room, the explosive wall I broke on the way down to get that flint beetle. There were shards there if you needed them. But get the beads while the ladder drops down. And now we're going to go meet Lahi, the male ladybug that's a ladybug. So Just trying to be accurate since you guys have roasted me in the comments and DMs over Chakra. Chakra's a guy. Chakra's a guy. He's not a girl. You know what? Chakra's a girl to me, okay? She has a voice actress that's a girl. Her name is Chakra. She looks like a girl. I don't know. I'm just saying Chakra can be whatever the hell I want it to be. Now, obviously, Lottie is a guy ladybug, obviously. So go ahead and speak to Lottie. And we're going to do the mini game. So 15, not too difficult. It stands still. Stands still, and then it does like the up and down one. It's easy when it's on its way down to throw it versus on its way up. And then when it does like the 3, it goes like 3 spots. Just pick whatever spot's easier. So like on its way down, it's just easier to get it. Boom, boom, boom. Speed running this shit. What? Are you kidding me? What the heck? You made me look stupid, game. So this is the 3 one. I just figure out whichever spot makes sense. Boom. Just like that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Alright, so we get the tool pouch expanded. Ooh. So yeah, definitely get that. We have the straight pin from up above that we picked up, and you can rest at that bench if you'd like. Now, obviously, oh shit, I was in the wrong room in my head. I was doing this one right here. I thought I was going down to the left. But obviously, you can go for the further game if you wanted the rosary strings. You do get a good amount of rosary beads, but you don't have to. So make sure you open up that elevator thing or whatever it's called, just so you have it. And then there's an enemy over here that's kind of tied to some lore. Definitely kill it. So you get the beads, because it drops a decent amount of beads. I try to do it in the middle of that platform. Otherwise, they might all fall down into the lava. And then go up and to the right, where we're going to have a fun little lockdown. Followed pretty much by immediately another lockdown. I like this one because I can knock him into the lava if I want. Yeah, burn. Ah, I think I cooked him medium rare, actually. Might have pulled him out of the oven a little early. Yeah. Gordon Ramsay over here. Cooking these enemies. Oh, I was trying to time the mirror. Did they just run into each other like idiots? Freaking dummies. Stop running into each other. Alright, so this is obviously going to give us our mask shard. Boom. You might have already doubled back when we did Grandmother's Silk. That was one of them. I had said basically get that one, the Weaver, and the one in Farfield. So you might already have these. But if not, there you go. So now head over to the bellway. And buy the bellway. And I'm going to try to be quick about this. It's going to save us like all of about a second. So first, break the wall. And if you can be quick about it, you can save our player like a whole second of having to wait for Ira. Crazy time save right there. Now we're heading to Bone Bottom. We're going to turn in the Flint Beetle's wish. Boom, and this is going to give us a memory locket. There we go. You know, and our shop guy is gone because we've already bought everything. So back to Deep Docks. Whoops, hold on, we're going left first for the flea. All right, I really thought it was going to be out. What are we doing, game? Oh, at least I got to, you know, feel what it's like to get burned alive.
Every single practice run, I was able to make the jump and then make that jump. But no, of course not when I'm recording. Whoo, that was close. All right, grab the flea, and then we're going to use this big time save in our speed run. That I called it out in our previous runs. That was a speed run tech. You probably, you know, that's an advanced maneuver to use that little fall through spot, but it's good to finally put it to use in a speed run. It's also best whenever you die like 3 times right before that speed save. All right, so head down and go left. There are some shards there on the left if you'd like them. But head to the right, we're going to do a lockdown. Man, that was close. Uh-oh. I wasn't worried ever. Oh, he got his own guy. It's friendly fire. Oh, you stupid idiot. Got him. All right, so now we're gonna open up the gate there, rest of the bench, and then go speak to the Forge Daughter, where we can buy a decent amount of her stuff. I'll be able to get everything but one item. Uh-oh, my mouse just died, guys. Hold on. Once we get through this, I'll be able to... All right, so first of all, grab the crafting kit. And then I'm going to buy the magma bell for the craft metal that we picked up earlier. Now, I can't get that because I don't have the craft metal, but try to get everything I just bought. If not, you'll have to come back here later and get it. Don't worry, we are definitely coming back here to do the lower section of Deep Docks and all that. Hang on, let me pause and get my mouse back in order. Why does it always die on me like this? It's probably because the battery's about to die. That's probably... If I had to put my 2 cents in, I bet it's because the battery's low. My notes, like I'm on a Word document for my notes, so it's like I can't scroll. Okay, now we're all caught up. So, I guess I'll grab the shards really quick. Now we're gonna go get a spool fragment. So drop down to the right. Yes! And then we're going back out. Now, there are rosary beads on the bottom left if you, like, needed to get some for the shop item or something. There are some in that bottom left room. But I'm going to get those later when we do the lower section of Deep Docks and all. And you might remember that's where we come out when we run away from the lava in the Abyss in Act 3. All right, so now head to the right. We're going to head to Far Fields. This bench right here would be a good spot to make a backup save if you just wanted to have a nice checkpoint of sorts. Also, be trying to kill those little enemies, those little birds. And then anything that you haven't killed in this area, I would kill at least once for the journal. And we're heading up and to the left here. There's some nice good old beads here. Can't get enough of those. Hit that. And now we're going to backtrack to the Deep Docks. Just go straight across to the left. And this is where we got our skill. I can't remember even which one it is. But anyways, we can get the flea now. We have time to go get that. I I think by the end of this chapter, we'll be in the mid-90s in terms of enemies killed. So we need a... Whoa! We need 100, you know, if you remember. I cannot believe I was reading my notes and missed that. I thought it was just a straight path. Oh, well. But yeah, we'll be in the, like, mid-90s, I believe, in terms of enemies. So out of 100, that's not bad. But yeah, free the flea there. And again, hit that lever and open up the thing if you hadn't already. Actually, hold on. I don't know if I did, to be honest. I think that's just that lever that's right there. Yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, I think it's the one right there. Give me them beads, game. Now back to Farfields. Feel free to buy that bench if you want, but I'm saving all of my beads for, you know, for the thing. For the items. That's what the thing was in my head. It's hard to read notes, play the game, and think sometimes. My brain doesn't work all at once. Alright, we're heading up and to the left. What? Game, come on. Got him. Oh well, I guess he doesn't want to die. So break the wall to the right there. Yeah, okay. And we have a flea to free. Yay, go home. Some more beads that we can pick up. Let me check my notes real quick. Okay, we're right on track. We're going to the bellway now. I can't remember if I got a bird, but this is a good spot for... Well, hang on. Yeah, so make sure you kill at least one of those birds. Also, this is a point where if you wanted to buy the bench, this wouldn't be a bad idea, and also make a backup save at this bench, because we're about to do the parkour section. So if you wanted, that's a good spot to make a backup save at that bench. Just fair warning. But if you're confident and an absolute badass, then don't worry about it. I'm getting this shit first try. No big deal. It's kind of easier without the fade down cloak to have to do like the double jump. At least I think so. A little short jump there. That's the hard part about that last one. Remember, this might or might not be still challenging, but it's probably not as challenging as other areas. All right, so this is where I was like, make a backup save, because not just for the fact that you have that challenging parkour section. But also this enemy here, you don't want to have messed up. You don't want to hit the lever unless you kill him. So I'll show you a good way to kill him now that we're like OP as fuck. Use your cog flies. Is he gonna jump up or what? I'd rather him go a fuck away so I can actually kill him. Oh well, that works. Yeah, so kill him before hitting the lever, and if you did mess that up, I would recommend just reloading your backup save from that bench. Because we don't want to kill our boy. Alright, let me make sure I'm on the right track. Okay, yeah, we are definitely making a purchase or two here, so we're going to go pretty big here on the purchases. What's up, buddy? Hello. Alright, so I'm going to go big time and just buy everything. Why did I scroll to the bottom first? That's funny. Anyway, so yeah, if you can make all those purchases, again, you have, hopefully at this point, if you've been following, you'll have all those secret rooms. Plus we have those things, the strings you can do to make those purchases, but try to not have to come back here is the point. But as far as the tools, we are at 2 pouches and 1 tool damage. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and equip the rest of the memory lockets that we've picked up so far. Just trying to activate those so that we have everything. Okay. Sweet. And I will break the door now that we've killed that big enemy. You can break it if you want. We've bought all this stuff from him. So now we're heading back to Deep Docks. We have to do a couple things that are a little out of our way, but it's going to help us out later. So head to Deep Docks. And now we're going to backtrack to the fleas and turn those in and make them move to Greymoor. So go up. So we want the flea brew. Yeah, we're heading this way. You can go up and to the left if you want, but this is why I had us do this. You can go up and to the left. There are like shards and beads up in that room and stuff, but it's faster to do this. Plus we get 2 beads right there. I mean, so who's complaining, really? You could probably quit and save too to get back to that bench even faster if you had rested in Farfields.
That's fine.
So we're gonna decline his offer to go. Actually, hang on. Hold on. Yeah, I think we can actually go with them, actually. Hang on. Let's go with them. I'm gonna have to go there anyways. I don't know why I was like, I have to go through the bellway. Forgot we can just go there. We've already killed Moorwing. That's why you wouldn't normally go there. You wouldn't want to normally teleport with them to have Moorwing spawn in the right way. But since we've already killed Moorwing, it really doesn't matter. All right, so speak to the boy here and get the flea brew. There we go. And you can rest, and then I would just make sure you get his dialogue to repeat. There we go. So now we're gonna head out. Hang on. There's some beads we can pick up here. Actually, I'm doing this backwards. Let me just rearrange my notes really quick. Okay. So we got to get the memory locket up here. That's our main item, but also you want to get the journal entries. Actually, there's going to be another mouse up top, so we can get that one instead. Oh, okay. Fair enough. It's like, you're going in the water regardless. Did you think you were skipping it? I'm having flashbacks, guys, to the mouses. Why are the mouses my least favorite? Anyways, in the top right here, we have a memory locket. So it's really just the memory and then getting both of those kills for the journal entry. And then we can go out and open up the bellway, where we should buy the bellway. If you don't have the rosaries, I would pop the strings that you have. And definitely do not get captured by the cage enemy. Okay, you'll be in the slab before you know it. So that cage is right there at the entrance of the bellway. So do not get captured. So come up here and speak to Nu to start our journal. I'm guessing we're at like 91. That's my guess. We'll see though. Hunter's Journal. Yes, I am aware, game. 94. Okay, I was close. I was close. All right, so we have that. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I am good to go now. All my notes are rearranged. Stuff, I did all of this like separately than what I would normally do. So, glad I realized that halfway through. It's more efficient to just travel with them if we've already beaten Moorwing. Oh no, I have to go down and around. The one thing I didn't account for. Forgot we never opened that. Oh well. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Gosh, look how freaking awesome I am. Get me out of here. I want out. I'm going to quickly open that so we have it. Now we'll be fine from here on out. What's up, boys? All right, we're going to head into Belhar and accept the missing brother wish, as well as turn in a few things. So pick up my missing brother. There we go. And now we'll turn in the relic for some more rosary beads. You could do all the relics at the end, or you could do it just one at a time while you're here. It doesn't matter. We are coming back at the very end of this chapter to turn in everything, so if you wanted that, that's fine too. So yeah, we are working on My Missing Brother. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the memory locket just while I'm thinking of it. There we go. And feel free to put on the weighted belt instead of the shard pendant thing. It's up to you though. But okay, so now hang on, we're heading back to Farfields. Basically, we came here to... Oh, we went to Greymoor to get the flea brew mostly, and then also start the hunter journal. And then that way we can get the rest of Farfield's items with the flea brew. Okay, hang on. Before I go to the main path, we can actually hit this room really quick to the bottom left here. Where we got our... What is it? The warding bell, I think it was. But head to the left here, and we can pick up the crafting metal as well. That way you have that in case you wanted to hit the Forge Daughter shop or something. There we go. So craft metal. We're already here. We're going to come back to that room, you know, when we do the lower part of Deep Docks, if you remember. But while we're here, it's nice to pick up a craft metal, just so we have that. Did I already grab the beads here? Okay, no. Get those beads. Why not? And now, if you wanted, you could rest. I would definitely advise it, but hit the seamstress bench, and then if you wanted, you could make a backup save, because we're about to go do that skull lockdown, if you remember. And this is a good spot to make a backup save for that, if you wanted at that bench. Also, before you go, there's a secret room. Just hug to the right there. And you can open that up and pick up the rosary string. Just picking up beads along the way, basically. Alright, so this is a little bit challenging, but if you have that backup save, you'll be okay. There's also shards up there if you need them. So yeah, we don't have the Ascendant's grip, so it's a little bit more challenging, but I do believe in you. Game, you gotta like let me have a chance. God damn. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just gonna cut to this part. Okay, let's try that again, huh? My goodness. I didn't expect it to just die on me like that. Come on, go away. And then up to the left. And we're home free. It's not too difficult, but it can definitely be a tad bit challenging without the Ascendance grip. That's why I said make that backup save. Because even I died. Oh my god. But now we have a full mask, which is always nice. And we can head out. We've lit the skull. Give me them beads. Now we're heading right to the Weaver door. This will be the last thing we do, pretty much. So go ahead and equip the flea brew. There we go. And just run. And pick up the anklets, where we're going to equip those, and then we'll get the rune harp below. I'm going to throw these on in place of whatever. Doesn't really matter. So use your flea brew and run again with the anklets equipped. And pick up the rune harp for more beads. And I'm pretty sure I finally figured it out. This is where everybody that fails the speedrun ends up. So just try not to end up out there eventually. You just head to the wasteland, basically. So I would leave the anklets equipped. I'm going to put on this loadout, but I would take off the compass and put on the weighted belt if I was you. But I'm going to put my cog flies back on, and we're good. But now we have the anklets. And now I'm just going to backtrack to the bellway, where we're going to head back to Bellheart, turn in our relic, and we'll be ready to start the next chapter from Bellheart. So that's what I was saying earlier. If you didn't want to waste time and turn in your relic at Bellheart, you can do it all at once here. Whoops. What is happening, Gabe? Stop. I'm so fast. God, we're fast. It's so nice. All right, Bellheart. We got this done pretty quick, I would say. We got a lot of shit done, if you think about it. I think we're at like 45 minutes or something, which is crazy. Here you go. I'm sure you'll appreciate all these, and you'll definitely give me all the credit at the end. So now we're at, roughly 600 beads. So just to point it out, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to save our beads for later. But if you have an exceptional amount, okay, you could buy these couple items here if you wanted, but I'm going to save them for later. But yeah, now at this point, we're going to make a backup save. We're going to finish the video here. This would be where if you have like the 500 beads, from this point forward, I'm going to assume that you're not losing your beads to cocoons, just so we're clear. But if you are trying to play catch up, basically the shops you need to have bought are the one in Bone Bottom. You'll have bought most, if not everything, from the Forge Daughter. I still have the one tool at the top. I have to bring my craft metal and beads. I'm going to get that later in the game. So I have the one item in the Forge Daughter shop. And then also the Pilgrim's Rest, I've completely bought that. So far, I've bought everything from Bone Bottom and Pilgrim's Rest. We have one item from Forge Daughter, and then we have the entire shop in Bellheart. Those are all the shops so far that we've bought from. And you know, in later chapters, we'll go to the Hunter's March. We'll continue on with the other shops. But that's everything you should be purchased at this point if you wanted to be 100% caught up to where I'm at. I'm going to quickly show you my inventory so I don't waste too much time. But that way you can screenshot it or whatever, and you'll be prepared for the next chapter. So we have our mask. We just finished out a whole thing. I've got tools to 2 and 1. We have the crest. I have all the memory sockets opened on Hunter and Wanderer, but nothing on Reaper. We have these tools. We are at almost done with the bugs, and we've done these wishes. Okay, and then those are the bugs, and then we have these bells, or these maps, and we're finishing out here in Bellheart. So definitely make a backup save at this point, and I'll see you guys in the next chapter. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.